You blink against the dim light as you push your way free from the damp earth. The world smells of moss, wet stone, and something faintly metallic. You stumble forward, legs trembling, and realize you're in a forest unlike anything you've ever imagined, trees twisted into unnatural shapes, their branches bending like claws. The air hums with a low vibration that prickles your skin, like the entire place is alive and aware of you. You wander uncertain, with no idea why you're here or how you came to be. The ground is soft and spongy beneath your feet, dotted with mushrooms that pulse faintly as though breathing. You bend to touch one and feel it twitch. Instinct screams at you to pull your hand away, and when you do, a sticky residue clings to your fingers, glowing faintly before fading back to darkness. There's food scattered around, berries dangling from vines, roots half buried in the soil, fruits split open and glistening. Hunger drives you to take a bite. It's sweet at first, almost comforting, but then bitter creeps in, leaving a metallic aftertaste that coats your tongue. Still, it fills the emptiness in your stomach, so you eat until the taste stops bothering you. The forest stretches endlessly. Each tree looks the same, and the shadows between them shift when you're not looking. You think you see other figures sometimes, shapes moving just beyond sight. When you walk closer, they vanish, leaving only silence. Once, you catch a glimpse of eyes glinting from the undergrowth, but when you blink, they're gone, leaving the hair on your neck bristling. You're not entirely alone, though. Every so often, you hear calls, low groans that echo through the forest, followed by shrieks that rise and cut off abruptly. They never seem close, but never too far either. You freeze every time, waiting, listening, heart thudding. Nothing approaches. Yet the noises always return, as if reminding you that something else is out here, roaming. Time becomes slippery. You measure your existence in patterns: walk, eat, rest, wake. There's no sun above the thick canopy, only a dim glow that never changes, so you can't tell if days pass or if you've been wandering a single endless night. The forest rewards and punishes you in equal measure. Some roots are nourishing, some rot your tongue and make your stomach twist. Some water pools are crisp and cool, others burn your throat like acid. You learn quickly to test everything in small bites, but even then, mistakes are inevitable. You grow stronger, heavier, clumsier, and yet something deep inside tells you this place doesn't want you to grow too comfortable. Every so often, you stumble into clearings where the ground is scorched black and the trees lean away from the center, as if recoiling from something. In one of these places, you find bones, not animal bones, but something disturbingly like your own. They're cracked, gnawed, and scattered, some still bearing scraps of dried flesh. You don't stay long, but the image never leaves your mind. As you move deeper, the forest seems to change. The air grows thicker, harder to breathe, and the shadows stretch longer. Sometimes you hear footsteps behind you, slow and deliberate, but when you whirl around, the path is empty. Once you feel a hot breath on your shoulder and spin to find nothing but swaying branches. You try to convince yourself it's just the forest playing tricks, but the feeling lingers, crawling over your skin like ants. You run into others once in a while, creatures like you, though their eyes are sunken and movements jerky, as though they've been wandering far longer. They don't speak, only stare, and sometimes shriek before vanishing between the trees. Once you catch one crouched over a carcass, tearing at raw meat with teeth too sharp to belong in its mouth. When it notices you, its head twists unnaturally, staring until you back away. The forest offers no safe place. When you try to rest, you wake to whispers in the dark, words you don't understand but that worm into your thoughts and settle there. Sometimes you dream of escaping, of finding the edge of this place, but every path you take curves back into itself. The trees rearrange, branches knitting tighter, and no matter how far you walk, you always return to the same places. And then one day, or maybe one endless night, you notice the glow on the horizon. It's faint, flickering like firelight. You push toward it, desperate for something different, something hopeful. The closer you get, the stronger the stench of smoke and charred flesh. Finally, you emerge into a wide clearing where the trees are reduced to blackened stumps, and in the center stands a massive figure. It's not human, not animal, but something between. Its body is draped in ash, its arms too long, its face hidden in shadow. Yet you feel its eyes lock on you, pinning you in place. The air vibrates, louder now, rattling your bones. You can't move, can't breathe, can't look away. The figure lifts a hand, and every tree surrounding you bends inward, branches creaking as though they're about to snap. You stagger back, finally breaking free of the paralysis, and turn to run. The forest closes around you, paths twisting, trees shoving themselves in your way. You crash through undergrowth, heart hammering, every instinct screaming that if you slow down, even for a second, it will catch you. You don't know what it wants, but you know it's been waiting for you. You never see the figure again, but you feel it watching. Always. Every bite of food, every uneasy nap, every cautious step is under its gaze. The forest is its body, the whispers its voice, the shrieks its laughter. You realize too late, you weren't born into this place by accident. You were brought here. Placed here. And you understand now why the bones litter the clearings, why the others wander hollow-eyed, why the forest never lets you leave. You are part of its story now, another piece in its endless game. You keep walking, keep eating, keep surviving, because that's all you can do. But the dread never leaves. The forest hums around you, alive, aware, patient. And though you try not to think about it, deep down you know the truth. It's only a matter of time before the forest decides it's done with you.